Beauty calls and gives no warning. Shadows rise and wander on the day. In the twilight.
Jay, singing spirit Cunningham, comes from Taunton, Massachusetts on the Norton Easton line, and indicates in his biography he is of Native American and Scottish-Irish descent as a singer-songwriter, and he has been playing the guitar and singing since 11 years old. And I like it that in his bio he also mentions he's been happily married for 44 years to his wife and Joanne, and blessed with 3 grown kids and 8 beautiful grandchildren. And Jay covers a lot of songs that he admires that tell stories, I think, often of some of the singer-songwriters out there that resonate with him, and perhaps he will share today. And he also performs his own original songs, which we will likely hear, and also performs Native American hand drumming and chanting and native flute. And Jay also indicates that he spends most of the year drumming at powwows and gatherings, and I know also he is very active as an organizer in community with different kinds of music and performing arts, open mic in the past, and fundraisers and concerts that happen. And he also is involved in a classic rock band called the CRS Project. Yeah. And so he's here to share from his repertoire of music today. Please put your hands together for Jay Cunningham.
Thank you. I'd like to start out with thanking Cheryl for having me here, and thanking my brother Norman Schneider for also inviting me here last year. I'd like to ask for another round of applause for Jason. And I'd like to start out with an original. I always say an original that I wrote myself. I heard my good friend Vic Witherspoon use that line, so I kind of stole it. But anyways, I'm going to start out with a song that I wrote for Kids Safe Day in Whittington, Massachusetts, which is like a suburb of Taunton, Massachusetts. And it's called Coyote Blues. I was walking through the woods, just minding my own. Went down the path ahead of me, just chewing on a bone. Said Mr. Coyote, just as bold as can be, Lord. I was just hoping and praying he wasn't gonna chew on me. I got those coyote blues. I got those coyote blues. So if you got a little chihuahua or a little baby cat, just pay attention and know right where they're at. 'Cause the coyote comes out and he prowls at night, and just one of them might be enough to whet his appetite. I got those coyote blues. I got those coyote blues. Said I don't know what he's after, but I sure hope it ain't you or me. Take a tip from Singing Spirit, don't mess with Mr. Coyote. So if you're out with your family for a powwow lunch, don't feed the coyote, 'cause I got a hunch he's here to stay, and he won't go away, no. And if you go ahead and feed him, you might be his next entree. I got those coyote blues. I got those coyote blues. So it's the end of my story. It's strange but true. If you go feeding coyotes, they might just want to munch on you. I got those coyote blues. I got those coyote blues. Said I don't know what he's after, but I sure hope it ain't you or me. Take a tip from Singing Spirit, don't mess with Mr. Coyote. Thank you. Oh, I got a problem here. Good. My bracelet's hooked in my string. Yeah. Yeah, could someone come out up here and help an invalid out?
Okay, hold on. Be helpful if I had my glasses on. Oh yeah, that's really hooked. It's time for glasses.
I won't charge you for this.
Okay, Jay. Oh, it's really bent.
No, it should come right out though. Oh, don't break my.
No.
Oh, you got it. Good man. I'd like to thank Bill. All right, Bill. You're a lifesaver. Now, by special permission, from one of my favorite singer-songwriters who is Scottish, transplant to Australia. You might be familiar with this song. He wrote Green Fields of France also. And this is a song about the First World War, when the Aussies were sent over to fight the Turks in Gallipoli. When I was a young man, I carried me pack, and I lived a free life further over. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. And in 1915, my country said, son, it's time to stop your rambling. There's work to be done. So they gave me a tin hat and they gave me a gun. And they sent me away to the war. And the band played Waltzin' Matilda as the ship pulled away from the quay. Through all the cheers, the flag waving and tears, we sailed off to Gallipoli. Oh, how I remember that terrible day when our blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell that they called Suvla Bay we're butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turk, he was ready. Oh, he primed himself well. He rained us with bullets and he shocked us with shells. And in 5 minutes flat, we were all blown to hell. Nearly blown clean half home to Australia. And the band played Waltzin' Matilda as we set out to bury our friend. We buried ours, then the Turks buried theirs, and it started all over again. Well, those that were living just tried to survive that mad world of blood, wealth and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive, while the corpses around me piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I awoke in me hospital bed, I saw what it had done, and I wished I were dead. And I knew there were worse things than dying. So no more I'll go waltzing Matilda in the green bush so far and near. For all humped and pegged, a man needs both legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. Well, they collected the wounded the crippled, the weak, and they shipped us all home to Australia. The armless, the legless, the sick, the insane, those proud, wounded heroes of Suvla. And as the ship turned around in a circular key, I looked at the place where my leg used to be, and thank Christ there was no one there waiting for me to mourn, to grieve, and to pity. And the band played Waltzin' Matilda as they carried us down the gangway. But nobody cheered. They just stood there and stared. Then they turned all their faces away. So now, every April, I sit on my porch as I watched the parade pass before me, and I see my old comrades drum beat in march, reliving their dreams of past glory. And I see the old men, all tired, stiff and sore, those old weary heroes of a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they marching for? And I ask myself the same question. And the band played Waltzin' Matilda, and the old men still answer the call. But year after year, their numbers grow fewer. Soon no one will march here at all. Everybody, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me, and their ghost can be heard as they march along the billabong. Who'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Thank you. Now, this is a song I wrote that was a favorite of Norman's wife, Iowata. One of her favorites, I think. It's called Spiritual Ride. The second we board, our journey begins on a vessel of carbon base. analyzing every bend. There are hills and dales, rocky waters and tides, unsure of our sails on this spiritual ride. Ride on and on this spiritual ride, with love as your fuel. Other souls can provide the temporary transport on a sea deep and wide, eventual entrance to the other side. Now some people say that death is the end, but don't you believe them? Life will come around again, and when it does, we'll journey with pride, taking our voyage on this spiritual ride. Ride on and on this spiritual ride, with love as your fuel. Other souls can provide the temporary transport on a sea deep and wide, eventual entrance to the other side. So when we reach destiny, we rest for a while with our awaited serenity, and our aura will smile. Then we'll board a new vessel, with a new course we'll abide. Second chances await us on this spiritual ride. Ride on and on this spiritual ride, with love as your fuel. Other souls can provide the temporary transport on a sea deep and wide, eventual entrance on this spiritual ride. Eventual entrance on this spiritual ride. Thank you. I'm going to do a Cherokee Water song. I don't know who it was written by, but it was passed down over the years, over the centuries, and it's called Wichita. And this goes out to all the water protectors at Standing Rock. Wichita, do ya, do ya, do ya. Wichita, do ya, hey. Wichita, do ya, do ya, do ya. Wichita, do ya, hey. Washtatanea, hey, hey. Washtatanea, hey, hey. Washtatanea, hey, hey. Washtatanea, hey, hey. Wichita, Wichita, do ya, do ya, do ya. Wichita, do ya, hey. Wichita, do ya, do ya. Wichita, do ya, hey. Wastatania, hey, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wichita, Wichita, do ya, do ya, do ya, Wichita, do ya, hey, Wichita, do ya, do ya, do ya, Wichita, do ya, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wichita, Wichita, do ya, do ya, do ya, Wichita, do ya, hey, Wichita, do ya, do ya, Wichita, do ya, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wastatania, hey, hey, Wichita. And I thank you for listening.
Freezes the sky, it is the season grieves. Not you, not I. Oh, we have awakened sweet and had our birth, and that's the end of earth. And we have toiled and smiled and kept the light, and that's the end of night.
Did you know there are other ways to reduce your pain besides taking medications? For example, mindfulness. I'm Dr. Mike Guidi, a family medicine doctor based in Essex County. I use mindfulness techniques with my own patients during office visits, and I'm here to tell you how you can prevent addiction. It is a way to train your brain to manage pain. Reducing your pain through mindfulness could mean you need less medication or a safer type of medication. It can also help you reduce your stress and recover from past trauma. That means you become less likely to develop an addiction, whether opioids, alcohol, or any other substance. In brain research, we scan people's brains before they start practicing mindfulness, and after they've been practicing it daily for 8 weeks. We see actual changes in the way their brains are wired. We see those people drawing more on their judgment and reasoning skills, resulting in safer behaviors. Massachusetts has great resources about effective mindfulness techniques. To find out more, go to massmed.org.